I take a different approach when it comes to teaching personal finance. I mean, there are a lot of books out there that talk about how to get rich or becoming wealthy because, that's what we all focus on. But before we learn how to become a two-comma person, meaning someone who has two commas in their net worth, we must first understand what net worth even is. I mean, do you know how to calculate your current net worth? Because most people don't. So it's all about the basics. First becoming a millionaire, you must first learn how to become a hundredaire, then a thousandaire, then a 10,000aire. Then once you figure that out, then you can work on becoming a two-comma person. But before we get into the basics, there's one important concept that you need to understand, and that is your philosophy. I can teach you the how-tos all day long, but how you apply those how-tos is all going to be dependent on your philosophy. And what is this philosophy that I'm talking to you about? Well, who's teaching you personal finance right now? Think about it. Your personal financial philosophy is based upon two sources: your association and your environment. Who you hang out with and what you consume determines your philosophy. Have you ever heard of the phrase, "show me your friends and I'll show you your future"? Because it is said that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with the most. So if you're hanging around 5 broke people, well, guess what? You're about to be the 6th one. Think about the professional athletes as an example. After they retire, there are those who still maintain their wealth because they've learned to upgrade their association to CPAs, accountants, lawyers, financial advisors. They have mentors like business owners and other wealthy people, those that know how to create wealth and have a wealthy mindset. Then at the other end of the spectrum, there are those athletes that retire and can't seem to keep their assets up. They end up getting in trouble. They keep growing broke, can't find a way to maintain their riches. They didn't learn how to disassociate from those that didn't have a wealthy mindset. They kept with the same relationships that they grew up with before they even got into professional sports. Now, am I saying you have to ditch your friends when you become a professional or when you become rich? Well, kind of, if they're not willing to change their mindset. You just have to find a good balance between those that can lift you up and then those that you can lift up. Also, what are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you reading if you're reading at all? Because if you're not reading, listening, or watching about anything that's helping you achieve your goals, then how do you expect to achieve them? Because what you're reading, listening, or watching that's the environment that you're creating. So think about what's consuming you right now. TV, music, social media, all that is creating your environment, which in turn is creating your philosophy. So most of us were just being consumed by entertainment and what's in the news. And that's unfortunately is creating your philosophy. So in order to change all that, you must balance that with books on how to achieve your goals and wealth creation. And like I said, there are many of those out there. There's also a bunch of YouTube videos that you can watch as well. So just to find that balance on how to entertain yourself, because I like watching movies too. Entertainment is important. But also you have to learn and build yourself enough to where you can focus on your environment and changing your philosophy so you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve. This is why I don't believe in the whole rich get richer, poor get poorer mindset. I think it's a lame excuse. We hear about rags to riches stories all the time. I mean, this is a concept that the rich understand and the poor simply do not, is in changing this philosophy. The only thing that really gets richer or poorer is in the mind. Then once you can change your mind, which is philosophy, then you can change your environment. At the end of this video, I'll list a bunch of books and authors that you can read about achieving goals and wealth creation. And then before we get into the basics, there's just one more concept that you want to understand, and that is goal setting. Because it's not just about making money, it's about making money to achieve the goals that you want. And then once you have that, then we can focus on the basics. So think about those goals, and we'll talk about that next time. But remember, you must change your philosophy. You can't create wealth with a poor mindset. Just ask the past lottery winners. So with that, thank you for watching, and I encourage you to live with purpose.
I just wanna go.